The Arab Spring, the end of apartheid in South Africa, the fall of the Berlin Wall. When the war ends, when a nation reaches crisis point, when the dictator falls, it's at times such as these that the call for a new constitution is at its loudest. Constitution making has high stakes. Difficult and far-reaching decisions must be made about the direction the country is to take. So we should take special care in designing the process. But we can't just rush ahead and start writing. The first step may be to think about where we have come from, where we are going, and how we'd like to get there. It can be a lengthy process, often taking several years. The road may be long and winding, but we should avoid shortcuts. Because the journey involves building agreement and trust, it is as important as the destination itself. That's why it is crucial to plan the route in advance and make sure everyone is on board. So how do we design the process? Who writes the constitution and how do they do it? Most constitutions claim to be made by we the people. Millions of people might adopt a constitution in a national vote, but how do millions of people write with a single pen? The actual writing of that constitution is entrusted to a constitution-making body. This can take many forms. It may be an elected or appointed group of people, small or large. Benin's constitution-making body was a national conference of almost 500 members, while Kenya used a committee of just 9 experts. Spain's constitution was written by a 7-member parliamentary committee, and Tunisia elected over 200 people to a constituent assembly. This body will do the hard work of drafting and negotiating a constitution. Disagreements are likely, and debates will be heated. The most difficult thing is not putting words on the page, but building the consensus that allows different groups to come together and agree on a constitution that truly reflects the needs and aspirations of the people. So whatever type of constitution-making body is chosen, the process must include opposition groups as well as the government, women as well as men, the poor as well as the rich, young and old, and minority ethnic, religious, or linguistic communities, as well as the cultural majority. Either all these voices must be included in the constitution-making body, or the body must reach out and take heed of all these voices. We the people means all of us. So the constitution-making body needs to engage the public in a national debate. In Kenya, drafts were circulated on the internet and in newspapers. In South Africa, over 1,000 public consultations were held countrywide. In Tunisia, people watched debates on TV and discussed the issues on social media. To do its work, the constitution-making body needs financial and technical support from government, civil society, and often the international community. But crucially, it must stay independent from anti-democratic or illicit special interests. Once the final draft is ready, the new constitution can then be adopted in the name of the people. Typically, this happens by referendum or through a special majority vote of elected representatives. It is at this great symbolic moment that the constitution becomes ours. But we haven't reached the end of the road yet. The process continues beyond just approving the text of a constitution. If it is to be more than just words on a page, the new constitution must be implemented. Institutions must be created, elections held, appointments made. Laws and policies must be brought into line with the constitution so that it can bring real change to people's lives. If the process has been legitimate and inclusive, and if the people feel they are the authors of the constitution will defend and protect democracy for generations to come.